Remember when we thought Gears of War 3 would be the last game in the franchise? Well, what a surprise! Epic Games and People Can Fly have taken the prequel route with Gears of War Judgment. Will Baird be able to live up to Marcus's legacy, or was he better off as a secondary character?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the GamerNerdz. I'm Tess.
I'm Manny.
And we're reviewing Gears of War Judgment.
The story takes place 15 years before the trilogy, with Kilo Squad, Baird, Cole, Sophia, Paddock. They're on trial for treason for using a light mass weapon, which they were not supposed to, and the story takes place with each one of their testimonies.
I didn't find it that interesting. I feel like the characters are so interesting, but they did nothing with them.
On the contrary of what you think, I actually like the story. They did a great job at integrating Kilo Squad. They go through each one of their testimonies, so you really actually get to know each character and where they're coming from. One of the testimonies I enjoyed the most was probably Paddock's, also an enemy, joining forces with them, and he's putting aside his differences.
Even though I wasn't that compelled in the Judgment campaign, I really liked Aftermath's story. I liked how it flowed. I was more interested in it. Aftermath's story felt more like Gears of War 3 to me. Gears of War 3 is actually one of my top 5 favorite games.
Aftermath's mini campaign was a lot more immersive because it starts off with a cutscene where you do see Onyx Squad, you see Marcus there, Carmine. Just the beginning of that kind of sets you into the Gears of War saga mode.
In Judgment, there's a few changes. A little bit more arcade-ish. You have a rating system with stars now.
People Can Fly worked on this game, same team that did Bulletstorm. They tried to integrate their kind of feel for the game, the kind of stop and go ratings and everything in it at the end of each segment. I like it and I dislike it at the same time. I like it because it gives me like a sense of, oh, I'm killing shit. The reward system's a lot of fun, ribbons and everything.
I like that you're kind of challenging yourself a little bit with it. I don't know, it got a little annoying.
It does cut you off in the story. Well, then you kind of tend to tune out of the story.
That's why I think I wasn't as interested in the story, because it was stop and go, always interrupting me.
It's a give or take thing. You like it, you don't. But they did add a couple of new weapons, which I enjoyed. The Marcus battle rifle, amazing.
Yeah, I'm still true to my Lancer though. It's my #1 gun. Oh, come on, in a zombie apocalypse?
Shocker.
Who doesn't want a Lancer?
3 bullets, active reload, you're just taking down everything. Like in every Gears of War.
You have a chainsaw on it. Come on.
Why are you trying to take people out with a chainsaw? You're gonna get killed by somebody else, by like a freaking like boomer or like, who knows, a grinder. You do have your classic boomers, you do have your Theron guards, your grubs. I was a little surprised though, because some of the grubs were explosive. And
now.
I don't remember that in the first Gears of War. I don't even recall even seeing tickers in the first Gears of War either. I don't know what they're doing in Judgment, because we're supposed to be like set back, you know? I played the game co-op, so I don't know about you if you played it solo.
Yeah, I played solo, and the allies were useless. They always got in my way. I've never had that problem with Gears before. If I'm around the corner, they'll get in front of me as I'm trying to snipe somebody. There's so many times I was swearing at my TV because of it.
When you get down was probably the worst. You're just standing there.
Or yeah, exactly, when I'm down and they're standing there and you help me and they're just standing there for like 2 minutes. I'm like, pick me up already.
As I was playing through the game, I kept pressing down on the D-pad. It didn't dawn on me why. And I noticed that they changed the button layout for the grenades and switching weapons. You could only have two weapons by pressing Y. I guess they adapted that for most common shooter players now to make it quick and easy access, but it is confusing because you usually have 3 guns and your grenades, and now they change that.
So now there's a little pop-up on the bottom of the screen that shows you how many executions, headshots, or just kills that you have, that compares to your friends that have played as well. So I noticed that I beat Voyce on a lot of kills. I would see Voyce at 10 and I had 12 and I was like, oh, motherfucker.
The classified missions basically are little missions which are also testimonies to what they're actually saying happened. So you could choose to do them or not.
Visibility changes, you can only use certain weapons. I think it had its pros and cons. I liked it, but when it would go to the end to show you your ranking and everything, that kind of cut into the story, and that's what I didn't like about it.
Horde mode, you will not find it in Gears of War Judgment, but they did force it into the campaign itself. A lot of the segments are defending bases while you're waiting for help or before you go and get help. It was like just thrown in there, and it kind of sucks at the same time.
Some of the missions took really long and they bugged. There would be one enemy hiding somewhere and I didn't know where it was, or it took forever.
Luckily, there was something to save Gears of War Judgment, and what was it, Tess?
Aftermath. It flowed a lot better and it was more fast-paced. You felt more compelled to be interested in the story. Everything just felt like the original Gears, and that's what I loved about it.
It does suck that they didn't do it for a Judgment campaign, but we got a little taste of it. This is new game, new team that worked on it, so we love the game no matter what, I guess. Gears of War comes with its multiplayer as well. Survival mode, domination, team deathmatch,
free-for-all.
Free-for-all, new addition to the series. I'd say some classic Gears gameplay.
Yeah, you're gonna get the most of your money from online multiplayer.
Gears of War online, I'm done with. I can't anymore. People roaming around with a shotgun like this, it's not my style anymore. But they did introduce new weapons. They do have the spot grenades. So for people that are Gears fans, I would say you'll enjoy the multiplayer. If you don't, go back to Gears 3, Gears 2, Gears 1. So what is that?
Gears 3. The Gears franchise has always paid attention to detail, and that's what I've loved about it. Looks of it, the colors, everything has always been fantastic. I just find Judgment is not as sharp as 3.
Just as colorful as Gears 2 and Gears 3. I do not understand it, since the beginning of the series should be just as dark as Gears 1 and like creepy, but no, they decided to go with like beautiful colors and everything, sunlight, whatever.
Talking about voiceovers and explosives and everything like that, plays as Gears. I didn't have a complaint about it whatsoever. Overall, I've been a huge fan of the series from the beginning. I still like this game, even though I had a little bit of its flaws, and I do believe that this was made more for gearheads. I don't believe that it was made to attract new fans or people that kind of float off away from the series.
For me, Gears is just another notch in the series. Probably not my favorite one, but I did enjoy playing the game. Came with its flaws, but it is a part of the saga, and it's a game to look into and play, so go check it out.
Tuning in, let us know what you thought of Gears of War Judgment. Do you agree with us? Let us know in the comment section below.
Hey, and don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the GamerNerdz.
We'll see you next time.
We're out.
I hope he puts that.
I like seeing your living room. You're like in your little whatever, your nightie, like your little slippers on, sitting there.
Because that's how I play, like an old 90-year-old playing Gears. Motherfucker!
Got your little those those things you wear when you go to sleep on your eyes. You have on top of your head.
How do you think girls go to sleep?